What's good, guys? Cam here. I'm the author of this book, How to Pitch Your Songs in the Music Industry. Super excited to be bringing this coaching call video to everyone outside of our Alumni Social Club. This is an example of what happens in the weekly video calls. We reach out to artists who have actually done this book before and are applying it to their own promotional releases and getting traction, which Drest has done with his latest release, Till the Sun Dies. He's gotten a premiere on a pretty big radio station. He's doing all the right things, following up, reaching out to new media, using his past landings for leverage and to get his music out there. An important thing to note here is Drest has done this completely free. He hasn't paid for a publicist or anything like that. And we actually discuss that at the end of the call, like when's the right time to hire a publicist and how do you build yourself up to give yourself a story or a narrative where a publicist can actually work your releases using their network. So this is the real gritty stuff, building your network and sending releases and being consistent with building your career. And I hope this gives you a good insight into what happens not only in Alumni Social Club, but how artists actually bring themselves up and cut through the mud. So let's get into it. This is the coaching call with Drest. Hope you guys enjoy. Yo, if anyone's tuning in, welcome. We out here. The homie Drest just got a Unearthed premiere throughout the week using said book that was written by myself. So now we're going through everything that's going to be needed to keep pushing his release. Well, have you pitched to many other people and followed up? Like, give us the kind of rundown on how you've done your own promo for this single.
I hit up Unearthed first because I knew that it was like a definite what I was going to do, and I hit them up about a month prior.
Yeah.
So I think it was about a month prior, and I only heard back from them literally like last Tuesday, the Thursday before it was getting premiered.
Yeah.
So I hit up Dave Howe and or Dave Ruby Howe, and then followed that up a week later, and then just left it at that.
Yeah. So.
And he'd said when he'd replied, I've seen this, so I meant to get back to it. It's been on my list of it's been on my list to get back to. So yeah, the email and the follow up was enough. I had a list of like writers and blogs to hit up, which would just pretty much came from like Googling like similar artists and where they'd got placements with. And I follow like quite a few like writers on Twitter and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that way I was able to like connect with them like on a more personal level, like being a long time Twitter follower.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Nice. That's a good opening.
And yeah, just places that have featured me in the past. And yeah, radio stations.
So have you hit them up yet? Or
yeah, I've hit them up already. Yeah.
And followed up?
Yeah.
Sick.
So that was all about 3 weeks before.
Yeah.
It came out, hit them up, and then 2 weeks later I hit them with the follow-up, I think.
Nice one. Okay, so just a recap of that little bit there with Drest. He's started promoting his single a month before the release, and he started with the premiere pitching and then followed up a few weeks after, and you will notice that he actually just waited. He didn't follow up again. He did the follow-up one time, and he heard back from Triple J Unearthed a week before the actual release. So he patiently waited 3 weeks, which is the best thing to do. If he didn't hear back, then it would just be a matter of better luck next time, and that's just the nature of servicing your music. Everyone in the media is busy, and you can tell that by how Drest said in the reply, it said, this has been on my to-do list. I've been meaning to do this. So his follow-up would have actually nudged the contact to be like, oh shit, I was supposed to do that and I haven't done it yet. So great work by Drest there. He's been reaching out to media that's covered him before, which is great, and he's using a point of difference, saying that he's following people on Twitter and saying and mentioning that in his servicing as well. So all the right things. Let's move on to the next part.